Here we can do the sum to infinity. Now I want you to consider this rectangle. The area of it is 2 meters squared. You multiply 2 by 1. If we look at that, it's made up of two 1 meter squared. So I'm going to break this down into a sequence. We're going to take the first one there. That's 1 meter squared. I'm going to cut the second box into half. So we've got half a meter squared. We write that down. And then we take the remaining area and cut that in half. It's 0.25 meters squared. Write that down. Then do the same with the next piece and the next piece and so on. It's only ever going to reach when we add all those bits cut up to 2 meters squared, because that's what we started with. So if we have a look at this, we've got a sequence of 1, 0.5, 0.25, 0.125. The first term is 1, the ratio is a half. Here the formula sum to infinity equals a over 1 minus r. So we put the a as our top one, 1 minus r, make sure you put it in brackets. 1 minus 0.5 is a half, so you go 1 divided by half and you get 2. So you can sum to infinity. The conditions of summing to infinity is the ratio has to be smaller than 1 but bigger than negative 1. So here we have a question, find the sum to infinity of the sequence. We know the first term is 3. The ratio, take a term, divide it by the term before it. So we see it's negative 1/3. It's going down, it's getting smaller. So we put our sum to infinity formula, a over 1 minus r. Now there's a double negative there because there's negative 1/3 for the ratio. So 1 plus a third is 4 over 3. So 3 divided by 4 over 3 is 9 over 4, or 2 1/4. Now do that on your calculator if you're a bit confused with those calculations. So let's have a look at this one here. We have a sequence that has a sum to infinity of 55.5 reoccurring, that should be, and the ratio is 0.10. So we find the first term, and here we have the first term is, so the first term is what we want to find, and we then put the value in 55.5 reoccurring. A is over 0.9, and you go 1 minus 0.1. So we take the 0.9 as the denominator and multiply it to the other side, and that gives us 50. Make sure you put 55.5 reoccurring on your calculator, lots of 5s, or use 5/9 if you want a totally accurate value. We can also find the ratio by using the same formula if we have other information. So here we've got the sum to infinity is 10 and 2/3, and the first term is 8. So sum to infinity, a over 1 minus r. 10 and 2/3 is 8 over 1 minus r. So that's in brackets. Multiply that out to the left hand side. 10 and 2/3 over times 1 minus r. Instead of expanding out the brackets, just divide the 10 and 2/3 to the other side. We want to find the ratio r by itself. So 8 divided by 10 and 2/3 is 3/4, and put the 1 to the other side, change sign, change side. Negative r is negative 1/4, so the ratio equals 1/4. Sum to infinity only when the ratio is between negative 1 and 1.